when somebody knocks on my door. And it's my neighbor across the street. Now, mind you, I'm sitting in the dark in my house when I answer the door because we're living on a generator and going every day to work to get cash money to buy gas to put in the generator that's hooked up to our house in order to give our children normalcy of some sort of semblance of electricity. I stay in the house in the dark, or I go away from the house during the day so that I can reserve the gas for night when our children come home so they can feel like they have electricity. Mm. And my neighbor says to me, "Why are you sitting in the dark?" And I said, "Because I'm meditating." Duh. And so she goes, "Well, I'll let you get back to what you're doing. But hey, those cupcakes that you've been making for the neighborhood," because what I had been doing is when they would tear down a house and put up a condo, right? Mm. So it'd be one house goes down and 3 houses go up. Mm. One house come down and 5 houses go up in its place. And when I would see a real estate agent, I would run out and say, "Hey, my name is Mignon. I live in this house right here. I got a bakery coming soon. I'm learning how to bake. My family says it's good. I want to make sure that they're not just telling me that because they love me. So I'm testing my product, my scientific theory right here. I'm testing it. What I learned in college 17 years before." They start testing my product. I said, "Look, will you taste it?" They say yes. They start coming back and say, "Oh my goodness, never had anything like this before. Knock, knock, knock on my door. Can I buy some of that?" Mm. And so I started growing a reputation in the neighborhood because my house had been a crack house before I moved in it. Wow. So the people were calling it the lemon crack house. Now, mind you, there's so many pieces to my story. When we moved into this house, we moved into it. It was 2 rooms and a half bathroom. Half bath meaning a tub and a toilet. Mm. 2 rooms mean plywood floor. Okay. That's all we had. Never did my children go to school and complain about anything. Tell anybody about 8 people in 2 rooms. So here we are. The neighbors have begun to coin this place the lemon crack house. And she says, "I want to buy these lemon cupcakes for all of my clients. So as you bake them, I will pay you." Now she had about 600 people. What? I'm like, "God, I only got $5. What am I to do?"
She wants.
What am I to do with this? I can't even start. I tell her, okay. I close the door and I start to talk to God and say, "God, really? I mean, why would you send this to me when I have no money?" God said, "But I feed birds. But you look like me." And I just think about parents who look at their children and they admire them and they're beautiful and they're the most beautiful babies in the world to you. And what would you do for them, especially when you look at them and you see yourself? And that's what I felt like God was telling me. And God reminded me of the Bible verse that said, "The lilies of the field in all of their splendor are here today and gone tomorrow. How much more am I going to take care of you?" My cars had just been repossessed. I got my shoes on and I walked to the grocery store with my $5 and I took a gamble. And I bought all the ingredients I could buy with that $5. And I came home, reared up the generator, and I started baking cupcakes. I turned that 5 into 60 that day. I turned that 60 into 600 by the end of the week. And I've turned that into over $10 million in the time that my business has been in operation. I say that to say, little becomes much when you place it in the master's hands.